Hey everyone, Mariah here from Apple Diaries. Welcome to my health channel where I discuss health, detoxification, how to heal thyself. Today I wanted to just do a quick recap of my last post. It's called Do Vegans Still Get Heart Disease? Oil, the silent killer. So, this post wasn't intended to, because a lot of vegans took it as I was attacking vegans. I mean, I'm vegan myself, right? I mean, maybe I refer to myself as a whole food, plant-based girl lately, or just a natural diet, or just because the word vegan, as soon as you mention this word vegan to people, automatically you see a whole wall go up and their assumptions come into play, and suddenly they know everything about you because you're vegan. They think that you, they think all sort of things. They know everything about you as soon as you say I'm vegan. So I don't really say I'm vegan because I'm not coming at it from an animal cruelty standpoint, although I do definitely hold those ideals in high regard. I did come at it from a health standpoint, and a lot of people don't understand that part. But so that's why I created this post, vegan, oils, the silent killer. But not to necessarily attack vegans or their diets, but I am interested in the healthy vegan diet, and I do feel that that's something that if you are going to be a vegan advocate, I mean, you need to become a healthy version of yourself in order to entice others to want to go over to veganism, correct? So I did this post, vegans, do they still get heart disease? Because a lot of vegans fall victim to this one unhealthy habit, and if I can help anybody, obtain a higher level of health in any way, I'm open to it. So I wrote that vegans have eliminated the main causes of heart disease, such as eggs, dairy, the meats, like very high in cholesterol, very heart disease foods. I mean, this is why heart disease has basically been created next to the excess oils, processed man-made oils that we include in our diets. But do vegans still fall victim to the leading cause of death in North America? And this is, heart disease. And they do. Not as often, though. I mean, definitely not in the numbers we're seeing with the meat eaters and the dairy eaters, the animal product eaters. But the answer is still yes. And why? Because processed oils like the olive oil, the canola oil, the coconut oil, any oil, really, they're all processed. They're man-made, concentrated isolates, and we're separating all the fat from the fiber, and it becomes, a processed product. And this processed product is refined, and it raises LDL, or the bad cholesterol, if we consume it in excess. Now, I'm not talking about, vegan who's eating, fruits and vegetables all day and sticks a little bit of olive oil in their salad, because, there it's the salad can help counteract the negative effects of the oil, and it's not such a big deal. I mean, if they're doing it every single day and using excess amount, then yes, it can become a big deal. But so unfortunately, oil is everywhere, though. And especially if you eat out, every single restaurant uses it. And they use the most toxic oil, too. They use the canola oil. The canola oil is like the worst oil one can consume. I mean, canola oil, it's actually from the rapeseed plant. And they can't call it rapeseed oil or rape oil, because probably that's not good for marketing. But they did name it canola because it's a play on words. It's like a Canadian for the can, and then ola for the oil. It means Canadian oil. And basically it's the cheapest, most available, most widely used oil in all of Canada, North America. Like it's a disgusting oil. Like even the insects won't attack it. They can grow. That's why they can grow these crops and not have too much trouble. It's a money maker, right? Anyways, so unfortunately, oil is everywhere, and if you eat out, it cannot be avoided. And it's likely, to add insult to injury that canola oil is the worst oil for human health, and it's quite health demoting. So that can just ruin your meal. You could be having this like healthy plant-based meal, but as soon as they throw the canola oil in there and the dressings or whichever, it's like it just defeats all your efforts towards obtaining health. Ingesting processed oils activates coagulation in the blood, and that's something to be aware of. Now, I've got a video that Mick the vegan produced. It's called Oil, the Vegan Killer, and I'm hoping to get around to posting this link in my comments as well. It's just I've been so all over the place. I have so much to do between trying to, you know, write possibly a book. I'm doing all this research on Rh negative blood types. I'm helping people transition from the SAD diets to healthier diets. I'm doing the iridology readings. Anyways, I've got just so much on my plate. So if I don't post the links in the comments below, forgive me, go search it yourself on YouTube. So oils are comforting. Like, this is why we eat oils though. I mean, they're comforting. They temporarily suppress or buffer inflammation. They cause us to feel okay, but yet they do contribute to health issues over time. So we want to be mindful of our oil intake. Really, we do. Oil is highly concentrated fat source, which irritates the body and known to cause weight gain and health issues over time. Yet marketing leads us to believe that there are healthy fats, which is just that. It's just marketing. Oil is not a whole food, which the body, I've stated before, only recognizes whole foods in their whole form, which is why I don't believe supplements are doing the body any favors. They can be used as a temporary band-aid effect during, you know, healing process, but they're not something you want to rely on for a lifetime. I mean, that's not healing. That's not true health if you have to rely on a man-made supplement or on oils to, you know, you can use oils for a little while to, you know, especially when you're just getting off animal products. Sure, that is a step up, right? Use oils for a little while, but don't make it like a long-term thing where you're going to be eating oils for the rest of your life, because then you can still develop heart disease, unfortunately, but it's not as common among vegans as it is among meat eaters. I mean, the meat eaters are the number one leaders in the heart disease movement, and they continue to keep the hospitals thriving and full, and you know, it's like the elephant in the room. You can't really ever fully prove that it was, you know, the meat or the dairy that caused their health issues, because health issues bioaccumulate and build so slowly over time that people don't realize until it's too late. And then when you try and tell them, oh, well, it was the meat and the dairy, they're like, no, it wasn't. It was, they've got some other reason, because they cannot face the fact that we build our health from within daily with our daily choices, and it's all on us. We have no one else to blame but ourselves and our daily choices. Maybe you can blame your parents a little bit for the poor genetics, but even those can be reversed with this knowledge, so you only have yourself to blame. Anyways, off topic, back to the oils. So a tablespoon of olive oil is around 120 calories, 14 grams of fat. That's concentrated chemistry. So far I've only mentioned raw and cooked oils. Yeah, don't get me started on the negative effects of the heated or cooked or fried oils. They create mass obstructions within the human body. You don't want to go there. I mean, if you start, I mean, I know fried foods are delicious, and but they're not worth it. They're not worth it. I mean, a moment on the lips and forever, I'm not going to say on the hips, but forever bioaccumulate in your body and just build these acid waste and terrible health issues. So our bodies, yeah, truly only recognize whole foods, and the issue with oils is that they are concentrated, and because they are in liquid form and devoid of fiber, they congest our body, causing stagnation to our lymphatic system. Basically the way, you know, dairy reacts in the body as well. Oils are not a health food, as we've been led to believe, and if you're truly craving fats in your diet, focus on whole foods. Like, focus for, you know, if you have to have fats in the diet, you don't want to do avocados in excess, but avocado, you can do the coconut, whole coconut, just whole plant foods. There are plenty of fatty whole plant foods that you can rely on. I mean, if I ever crave oil, I take an avocado and I mush it up all over my salad or all over my food, right? So, or I just eat it. I eat that whole avocado. So, it's difficult to obtain health in a world filled with competitors and food companies that must profit in order to succeed. It's difficult to locate the correct information with how to remain healthy when those who are considered by society to be authorities in the health field lack a lot of the correct information, or they're not dishing it out. And this is the most difficult aspect for many people, is just figuring out who to trust. That is difficult. It is, because you find, I mean, I've been researching Dr. Young's work and Dr. Robert Morris's work, and while they're the same in some regards, that they both believe that animal products are very unhealthy for the body and we need to be on a natural diet, their versions of natural diet greatly differ, yet, you know, that's still proof, though, that we need to keep things to the fruit, vegetable, green level mainly. I mean, maybe some complex carbohydrates here and there, but you don't want to be relying on beans and rices and breads and things like that if you're vegan, or the oils. You need to, if you want to be a healthy vegan, you need to focus on the fruits, the vegetables, the leafy greens, even if you have to eat steamed vegetables or baked squash or the baked yams because they're less starchy. That's plenty of food that you can eat on top of salads and make a nice big meal out of it, and you know, and then combined with, you know, having the fruits and the smoothies, or even the juices if you want. You can make fruit juices, you can make vegetable juices. There's just so much abundance. I don't know why anyone has to go to these toxic animal products. Oh wow, like because I came from farm, I know what goes on behind humane practices, and there's nothing humane about it, and there's nothing healthy. There's nothing healthy or nutritious about animal products or meats. So just to finish this up here, so if it's whole grown in nature, it's okay basically. If it's packaged or contains more than one ingredient, try to avoid it if you can. I know I do. And health is found in simplicity. It is. True health is more about what we eliminate than compared to what we add. And this is the thinking that I have been battling with for so long with working with others, because we're in this mindset that we need to take something every time something happens or a symptom arises, or we need to add things in for extra vitamins and minerals and nutrition and all this, when if we just clean out our bodies, if we focus more on simplicity, then we're able to absorb and to utilize that which we do bring within, which it doesn't take much at all to sustain a healthy human in a healthy body. Now, we can use a lot of things as temporary like Band-Aid effects, temporarily to help buffer certain things. You know what I'm saying is, like I said before, you can use some oils. If you're just coming off the SAD diet, of course, use some olive oil and stuff. I'm not saying not to ever use them. I'm just saying that vegans can get heart disease if they overdo the oils and the oily products, if they're eating deep fried foods at restaurants and things like that. That's when vegans can get heart disease. But healthy vegans do not, you know, end up with this heart disease issue that is so prevalent among the meat, dairy, egg eaters. Anyways, so I'm going to end this video now, and I also wanted to say that to all you ex-vegans who have gone over to the meats, I'm watching you, and I hope you're honest. I really do. When you realize that that diet's not going to heal you, give yourself 6 months, give yourself maybe a year tops, but you're going to be seeking more answers and more solutions, and you're going to realize that your choices to add more toxicity within your body and to try and find solutions, which aren't solutions at all in the animal product world, have failed. And I'm here if you need to discuss this, but at the same time, I really hope that you're honest. And I here pledge to always be honest if my health starts becoming increasingly worse because everyone's saying, oh, plants have anti-nutrients and fruits have too much sugar and all this stuff. Well, let's see. I'm coming up on 42. I've been on only fruits and vegetables for 6 years, going on 7 years in April, and my health has done nothing but improve. And of course, I've had some really tough times in the healing and the detoxification journey, but because I understood that it was part of the process, I let myself go through being tired for an entire year while my, adrenals were correcting themselves and while I let go of all the stimulants. I let myself go through the mass headaches and just utter feeling terrible and not being able to exercise for an entire year. I let myself go through that. I didn't focus on every little symptom and say, well, why is my skin breaking out suddenly? Like, I need to take something, or why am I, like I didn't. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who do not. If you're going to focus on every little symptom, if you're going to worry about everything that arises during the healing process and not trust your body and know that since you're bringing in the right chemistry, if you're bringing in the right chemistry, there's no way your body's not doing what it has to in order to correct. Yes, it may take longer for some people, or yes, it may be more difficult for others, or there are certain things that you need to tweak, certain things that you need to address, or sometimes pull back, or sometimes go all in, or detoxification and healing is a bit of an art, but it can be done for almost anyone. And if it can't be done, then it's just your time is up, unfortunately. And I hate to say that, but you're not going to find any other remedy in any other way in terms of like going back to animal products or anything, because there is no remedy there. There is no remedy there because it's not health promoting foods. Meat's a stimulant, it's putrefactive, it's parasite, it's fungal food. You've got the dairy. The dairy is disgusting. It's mucus forming. It comes out of a cow's udder. It's to grow a baby calf into a large cow. Like, it's just absolutely absurd once you take a step back. I was on the farm and I realized, milking the cow is freaking unnatural. There's nothing natural about trying to take another species' milk. Yes, we've been doing it for thousands of years, but yes, we've been building our health issues for thousands of years, and now people are paying a price, and everyone's like, oh, well, my grandpa ate milk his whole life, and he lived to be 100. Well, imagine if he didn't drink the milk, he probably would have lived to 200, but no, that's unheard of. There's no way that could happen, because we believe that human health can only go up to like maybe 100 years old, because that's all we've ever seen. But no, I believe humans used to live a lot longer, and if your grandparents weren't drinking that milk, you'd be a lot healthier today. But instead, you're dealing with health issues, wondering why, because all these health issues and genetics were passed on down to you, and now you need to correct the problem, or you need to just live with your health issues, suppress them with pharmaceuticals, and deal with it. Sorry about the rant. I don't know where that came from. I'm on a water fast today, and I don't know. Sometimes I surprise myself. Thank you for listening. I'm going to end it here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Maybe I'll be the ranting girl. Maybe that'll be my thing that'll get people to subscribe to my channel so my efforts can be rewarded. My efforts towards helping people, because I spend a lot of time. On Messenger helping people out. I get so many questions every day, and I do my best, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I'm going to be focusing more on videos and trying to make specific videos so that when somebody asks me a question, I can say, here, watch this video. Because being a keyboard warrior, or I use a lot of the voice in Messenger and on, and I get a lot of emails and things, but I can only do so much, right? And I can only spread myself so thin, and I've got a life to live, and I want to, help people to the best of my ability, but at the same time, people, we need to learn this information for ourselves. If you truly want to learn it, if you truly want to learn how the human body functions, you need to put in the time. And I'm more than willing to help give you the leads to the people that I feel have the correct information, or, I've consolidated it and I'm trying to, put it all down on paper right now so that I can share it with the world. But anyways, please like, share, and subscribe so I can be inspired to make more videos. Thank you for listening to my ranting, and happy healing, everyone. I wish you all well. This world definitely needs some help, because things are not looking so good, Okay.